I've had it. I've actually had it with these pissant companies sucking the blood out of their consumers like some vampire, and then these same consumers defend the atrocious practices these businesses employ as if we're fucking stupid. I mean, they must think we're stupid, right?
Well, first, we don't call them loot boxes. I think that was...
Whatever term you wish to apply
yeah,
to them, do you consider them ethical?
So what we look at as surprise mechanics.
That's I might get her one of those, you can take that thing, you can say she can
You know what we need to do to stop this, right? We need to build a non-paywall, and we're gonna make the greedy corporations pay for it. I actually had a debate with someone last week about EA and how it's not a big deal, apparently. They tried to manipulate people with pay-to-win loot boxes. They took off the pay-to-win aspect so it's fun now. They made it horrible, and then when they faced backlash, reverted it to just a bad state so that people see it as better. It's an evil tactic. But I like the graphics and the gameplay though. Like, ugh, it's terrible. It's actually terrible that companies do this. But they are well within their right to do this. And we are well within our right to not support them and support better companies that believe in meritocracy and trade hard-earned money for good quality products. Companies like Nintendo and CD Projekt Red, for example. Companies who have long-term plans to achieve financial success. Companies that understand that if they go above and beyond to make their customers happy, those customers will be more inclined to support you. They will reward you with good reviews. They will be back for your next product. But companies like EA, Activision, Capcom, 2K, they believe in short-term methods like paid cosmetics, pay-to-win options, in-game ads, and surprise mechanics. Just say loot boxes, you deceptive bitch. You know very well what it is, and don't think that we're dumb enough to believe your horseshit. Like, this is what they think of us. On an individual level, they believe their customers to be dumb twats who will take it every which way. They will bang you in every hole, regardless if you like it or not. Like you're some $3 whore, and then have the audacity to take 60 quid out of your wallet, expect you to smile and say, "You're welcome, pussy," before leaving out the front door and going to the next customer. And before they leave, they will drop a leaflet on the sofa out the way for advertising purposes. Why are people fine with being treated like $3 whores? For some reason, my colleague at work plays NBA 2K19. He's a big basketball fan, but whatever. We already know how EA drains people's money with FIFA. 2K goes a step further by having unskippable ads in their video games. Their full-priced video games. Do you know why? Because not enough people are putting their foot down. When companies go too far, you should make a fuss about it, especially if you pay for the game. I don't make a lot of noise when this happens, because when bad companies make bad products, I simply do not buy them. I don't pre-order. Ever. I never have and never will. Especially when companies like Epic Games are paying dumb game developers like 4A, the makers of Metro Exodus, and the crowdfunded Shenmue 3 by YSNet, both of whom advertise the ability to buy the game on Steam. Funny enough, Deep Silver is their publisher, so I guess I'll just add them to the list of shitty companies I'll avoid like the plague. So some of you are wondering, hindsight, what is your grand solution? Well, it's simple. So simple that it baffles me that people do not do this already. Stop buying their games! Just because you have the right to buy any game you want doesn't mean that you should. A lot of people have disposable income and don't care how many crappy games they buy because they have thousands and in some cases millions of pounds, dollars, whatever currency you use to spare. And they don't think of the long-term repercussions of their actions. I get it, you want to play your modern Star Wars game, but if you don't support this one, the next one will be 10 times better because they will realise that they can't just nickel and dime you anymore. They have to earn it. There are only 3 Star Wars games I play right now: Star Wars Empire at War, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original, and Star Wars Jedi Academy, albeit they're all modded to shit. And none of them are from EA. I'll get my fix elsewhere, because when modded, these 3 games become some of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. So what if their graphics aren't up to standard in the original games? I still enjoy them regardless. and I don't regret my purchase at all. They have to earn that shit. I haven't purchased an EA game since Battlefield 3 and intend to keep it that way until they fix the fuck up. Which will probably never happen because, well, first of all, I believe in principle. I reward people and companies based on the good that they make for the world. Make objectively good products. Cha-ching, motherfucker, take my money. Right? Look, I have a handful of games I play. Rainbow Six Siege on occasion. Kenshi's the main one right now. Dying Light I'll delve back into for my zombie fix. The Forest if I'm looking for a little bit of co-op horror. Tekken for my fighting game fix. Mordhau for the medieval fix. And a few others I enjoy on top of the Star Wars games I mentioned earlier. But this gets boring after a while. And I'd hate to have to start dating again just to entertain myself. But I need more good quality games like now. But I'll wait. I'll have some resilience. I'll wait for Cyberpunk 2077 to be released in 10 months, Dying Light 2 in 7, Halo Reach whenever they bring the Master Chief Collection to PC finally, Halo Infinite whenever Xbox Scarlet comes out. Hell, there's an indie game called Dead Matter that looks like it's going to be what Overkill's The Walking Dead was meant to be. There's other examples of potentially good games coming out, but we need to use our wallets as a weapon. We need to destroy this notion that you can release a game half finished and then dish out the other half of the game for 20 quid that should have been in the final release, but they're doing it under the guise of pays DLC when they damn well know that was meant for the original game and they just want to make extra money. Sleazy bastards. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Activision. I remember that shit you tried to pull with Destiny. Not fucking falling for it. There was a time where you pay 60 quid for a finished game and that was it. And the only DLC that was made was after the initial release. If that. I mean, if you go back to like pre-2006, pre-PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 era, you didn't have downloadable content, barring a few games like Star Wars Battlefront 2 with Ventress and the Renvar map. But that was done because of the success of the Clone Wars cartoon. I get it, EA's Battlefront had free DLC, but only because of the pay-to-win aspects they hoped to bring in before the internet exploded. Can the individuals that defend this see what they are doing? Oh, I need a bloody cuppa. Have any of you cultured individuals out there heard of a song called Jolene by Dolly Parton? The song goes, Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. That logic needs to be applied to the companies I mentioned earlier. 2K, Ubi, EA, AB. Please don't take the piss because you can. Because if you do continue to mistreat your customers, they will get their happiness elsewhere. We will let you go bankrupt after your investors realize the short-term booming tactics don't work in the long term and start investing in more lucrative organizations such as CD Projekt Red, who don't have any microtransactions in their full-price video games, no loot boxes, no surprise mechanics. You know, things that should be the norm in the gaming industry, but have been forced down our throats by greedy publishers and corrupt developers. Like, have you seen Cyberpunk 2077 Standard Edition? Their Standard Edition offers more than most special editions. Why is that so rare? Well, I'll tell you. Because we still support companies who continue to rip us off. And when we finally galvanize to stop supporting them, the gaming industry will get better as a whole. Full stop.